Hey everyone, it's McLeod. Did you know I'm a gigantic idiot? I had recorded some live gameplay of the Dino Rabbit decks. I was playing two versions, the Necro Valley version you can see here, and the Survival's End version. Um, and I was really happy with the recording. 40 minutes of it, actually, of live commentary, commenting six duels, and then I noticed my microphone wasn't working correctly, so now I have to just no, not friend duels. Just show you some replays. So yep, there's that. This is just gonna be checking replays. I'm sorry. Gonna try my best to comment on the games that I've done. This is the Survival's End version. I'm gonna put the deck list on the left, right, wherever, just in case you guys want it. But it's not good. I think it really shows why it's not good in these games. Don't pay attention to this. This was my cog run. I'm not on the 7-win streak with the deck. So here's the opening hand, literally unplayable. Two expected die, bricked unexpected die, sorry, for some reason. Decided to just set 2 and pass, not even summon the baby, because there's no sense in my opponent, like, busting it. And once I realized my opponent was on hero, I just surrendered. So, really cool game 1, in which I lost. But game 2, however, this is not this one, this is game 3, I think. Whatever, doesn't change anything. No. Why did I click on share? I'm an idiot. Okay, here's the game 2. It's against, if my memory serves me right. Oh, it's against the, it's either Phantom Knights or Odd Eyes, I think, going into this duel. And it turns out to be against Odd Eyes. This one's actually interesting because I do stand a chance of winning. However, this hand cannot make Lagia, which would have been really helpful in this matchup. So I just normal Megalo Smasher, set 3 and pass. He sets the scales and then he summons Skullcrobat Joker. I realized this is my opportunity to pop one of the scales because he played like a dum-dum. So I MST the high one because I know the deck doesn't play that many ice scales. In the end phase, I flip Morella, sending Survival's End just so I don't draw it. And inside, that would probably have been better for me to draw it. Probably should not have sent it. I drew Morella for turn. I got instantly punished. Set it, attack, do 200. It's his turn now. What's he gonna do? He has the second Jiangqing Magician for some reason. I decide to immediately chain Morella, send Survival's End. It doesn't do anything. I decided not to summon the Morella. That was a mistake. I misread Jiangqing Magician. I thought he could not. I thought the scale would be locked to 4 as long as he controlled as many cards as I did, which he didn't. Popped the Crackdown, popped the Megalo Smasher X. I decided to chain Survival's End twice to clear his board, which is a cool little trick you can do with Survival's End if you didn't know from 2019 where this deck was actually good. Top deck Canadia, I said it, that was a mistake, and you'll see why soon. Top deck Sabersaurus, I'm able to go for half of his life points at this point. But, because I control as many cards as he does, this goes back to being a scale 8, which means he goes back to being able to Pendulum Summon, and he brings 2 guys out that I have actually no way of getting over. Gets the Skullcrobat Joker with the second Donkey. He activates the Noble Dragon. That's when I Canadia to make sure that the Noble Dragon fizzles. Chain Morella for some additional defense. And then he normal the Joker. Gets another Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. He goes for, if my memory serves me right, it's Dark Rebellion. Just punches me in the face with it. I have no how to Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. At least not an easy one. Compulse is bad. I would have rather drawn Rescue Rabbit. That would have been good. I decide to compulse back the Dark Rebellion. It's the biggest threat on the board. And bring back one of the Canadias. It passes for some reason. Doesn't punch the Canadia. I set warning points. He top decks MST. At this point, I'm thinking my win con is stalling him out and winning through deck out. Because he doesn't seem to care how many cards are left in his deck. I did not go for MST, I probably would have been in a good spot. He goes for the very stupid Ebon Illusion Magician line because he has not read any Paleozoic card. They are not affected by monster effects. Sets the allies in the scale for some reason for the enter and search. And he goes for the mini Taurus in the end phase. And this is heartbreaking. What happens next? Heartbreaking. I finally draw a Rescue Rabbit and he gets Breakthrough Scaled. And yeah, this is the end of the game. There's no way I can win from this point on. Still activate the Rescue Rabbit out of spite and then yeah, I lost. Definitely made a couple of mistakes in this game, but playing as bad as he did not deserve to win. A lot of things did not go in my favor. I'm very salty about this one. Not so salty about this one though. I think this one was a quick one and done because I made a like crucial mistake, and you're gonna be able to see it in a couple of seconds. This one is against. I thought it was salamangreat at first, but luckily it's not. It's another terrible hand, by the way. Rescue Rabbit and Die conflict with part of Duality. It's called Talkers, by the way. I'm playing against Cold Talkers. That's what's happening. Summon backup secretary. He goes for the L phase. The good thing about this replay, by the way, is that you don't get to wait 30 seconds for him to do a move like he did in the game. That was really fun. To have him decide on whether or not he should summon Decode Soccer, which the answer is also always yes. Anyway, he gets the cross swipe, he gets the debug back in attack, he gets the scale. At this point I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go for a very ballsy play. Unexpected die, Megalo Smasher X, normal Sabersaurus, he lets me do that. I decide to go for the Dreadnought. My reasoning is I can beat over Lady Debug and then become a huge guy, right? And if he tries to cross-swipe it, I can just protect the Dreadnought. That's a very stupid idea. I should have went for the Lagia, because what happens immediately is it cross-swipes targeting Dreadnought. Dreadnought isn't affected, but then I don't have anything to beat over, so I can't go into Great Magnus. Had I gone for the Lagia line, I would have been able to Lagia the cross wipe and still beat over a Decode Talker because Lagia is 24? Yeah, 2400. Big mistake. He has the addition. He, for some fucking reason, plays Chaos Dragon Legionnaire in his deck, which is valid, I guess, but fuck off, come on. And he has the subtraction. At this point, I just know it's over, so yeah. Should have went for the Lagia. I don't know if I would have won the game, but I should have went for the Lagia. Okay, now for the good games. After these three dogshit losses with the Survival's End version, I switched to the Necro Valley version. So we'll see how these go. I don't care about this. Immediately I'm like, oh fuck, I'm against the Necros. This is decent actually, because of Necro Valley. He has the Master of Rights. I opened a really good hand. I think this is really good actually. On my first turn, immediately get the Necro Valley. And then I decide to just go for it. I go for Duality because I value setting up for next turn more so than the rest. I get Rescue Rabbit, which I can summon now, but it's going to be really cool next turn. Set 2, pass. He sets, activates Revenge Red Evolution, tributing the Houndhorn and the Djinn Demolition of Rituals, as well as Ace Reaches. To get the Executor, which is untargetable and also can only be the only thing that can be targeted on the field. Gets rid of the Necro Valley, brings back the thingy, and he can't attack because of warning points. At this point, I'm like, okay. First of all, really funny that I top that command on for this turn. Second of all, I'm like, okay, how do I out this? Lagia doesn't cut it. Oh, but wait, I have a good monster in my extra deck. I go for the Necro Valley, which of course you would always. I know that is just gonna get rid of it, but still better for me to do that. I should have probably activated this first if he did banish the unexpected die. Probably would have been better actually. I don't know. I had the bait set, you didn't take it, it's fine. Go for Rescue Rabbit. I decide to go for it. That's when he gets rid of the Necro Valley. It doesn't matter much. It really doesn't. Double Sabersaurus because I want to get these out of the deck. And 3 mat Dreadnought Dreadnoid. 3 mat Dreadnought Dreadnoid punches his guy, kills it. And then I go for the Super Quantal Great Magnus. Great Magnus, that's a good card, right? He can banish the Revenge Red Origin that he discarded, and then he realizes he has no out to Great Magnus and concede. So, first game with the deck against the tier 8 deck went really well. Second game. This one I think is really funny. Was it? Yeah, it was. No, no, this one was fine. The third one was really funny. Okay, I'm going first. I don't know what it is. I think it's Galaxy Eyes. Because you see Kai Tenjo, you're like, hey, it's Galaxy Eyes. There's probably a Galaxy Xyz prompt going on there. Anyway, I go for the unexpected die. This is one of the few hands that can actually make Lagia. Oh, as embarrassing as it is to admit. So I just Lagia set 2 pass, which still a pretty good board, right? The MST takes care of the Galaxy Zero, he passes. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you pass? Draw the unexpected die. Worst card I could have drawn. But wait, here comes the Battling Box of Ale. I'm like, oh shit, what's up now? Activates draws and slides. He goes for the Manju. I'm like, whoa, okay. This is not what I thought it was. It's probably Necros. Passes turn after I negate the summon. He doesn't even get the search. Draw Rabbit, which is the best top deck I could have gotten. I go for the Dreadnought Dreadnoid line again. It's just so good. It is so good. It's incredible that this deck has one good play. Punch him again for 2400. And then it goes Super Quantal King, great big guy, Chungus. Ah, really funny joke, he said Chungus. I'm still in a good position. MST is a bit dead, but there's not that much he can do. Bryonak searches for the Shurit. That means he wants to go on the offensive. He has 1 ritual spell. He has a couple of other things. Kaleidoscope with Shurit brings forth a Trishula. That means because I didn't set the unexpected die, that means he's going to be able to banish a card from my field, a card from my graveyard, and a card from my hand. Had I set the die, I probably should have done that in Insight. But Insight is always 2020. Had I done that, he would have just been stuck with a 2700 beater, and I would not have lost the Great Magnus, which spoiler alert, I chained Magnus, but I still lose it. Because it's only 2 mats, not 4. Sag. Yeah, and then he ends his turn. He doesn't have any other follow-up. I draw Pot of Duality, and I see Commandant, Megalo Smasher X, Megalo Smasher X. My reasoning at this point is, if I go for the Megalo Smasher X, I have Lethal on board with it and Lagia, but if he has Valkyris, I get severely punished, and I'm not able to... and I potentially get crushed on the next turn. But if I go for the Commandant, I lock a ton of his graveyard effects. I make him unable to banish Shurit for further plays. And I don't even lose to Valkyris because I think Valkyris requires a banish, so I'm still able to maintain control over the game. Like, Necro Valley is so good in this matchup that even in a winning position, I decided to go for the Commandant, get rid of it, and then get Necro Valley. Activate Necro Valley, beat over Manju, which is going to be able to let him activate his skill once again. I saw all 3 Manjus in this game. How often do you see all 3 Manjus against Necros and still win? Spoilers alert. Goes for the mirror. The Bryo has to go get another Shurit because he can't use the Shurit in the graveyard. At this point, he activates Necro's mirror. He goes for the decisive armor. Sure, it's going to be able to search a Treasurer, which is going to be able to protect him. However, I decided to go for the Compulse immediately in order to avoid this scenario. Because I think I had the correct read that it did not have a Treasurer in hand. I think it had Valkyrius and something. And decided to run into my Lagia out of spite, giving me the win. Wow, really fun commenting these games. Third game is even funnier. I should probably get a bottle of water. I'm really thirsty. Give me a sec. Okay, third one. This time it was against Fossils. It's really funny that I started playing against dog water decks as soon as I switched to the Necro Valley version, and decks that this Necro Valley specifically counters to. Anyway, so this hand makes Lagia and Necro Valley. Dark World Dealings gets rid of the Rescue Rabbits, but it also gets them into Fossil Fusion, which is going to be able to activate immediately. Getting rid of my Bunny to make Skullgar turn 1, which, not bad, right? Then he summons Shell Knight in defense, does a little bit of burn damage. And sets 1. I do a very alpha male play which is called MST in draw phase to pop the warning point. Commandant gets me Necro Valley. Activate Necro Valley immediately. Rescue Rabbit does Rescue Rabbit stuff. At first I'm like, I'm just gonna summon Lagia, beat over this thing. I do not want to punch the Shell Knight. He's going to be able to bring a Gaia or at least a big rock monster. Then I realize something very crucial to this deck. Lagia only has 2400 attack. So it can't beat over 2500 Skullgar, which is really bad for me. So I'm like, okay, well, it's time to do what this deck does best. Go for Dreadnought again. Dreadnought set 1 is good. I decide to activate the second Commandant just so I don't... just to thin my deck, I guess. Dreadnought goes for the Shell Knight. At this point he's able to bring the Gaia Plate, but very funny. Because Necro Valley is up, he cannot banish cards from his graveyard, even for the maintenance cost. Wow, that's a hard one to say. Maintenance cost. Even for the cost of Gaia Plate the Earth Giants in the standby phase, which means this guy is immediately gonna hit the graveyard, which I think is really funny. Go for the Great Magnus again. Goodbye Gaia. He goes for the Miracle Rupture, sending Take-All Crusader. With the Take-All Crusader, he's going to be able to send the Necro Valley back in hand. Normal Summon Revival Golem. He goes for Diamond Direwolf. I'm like, nah, this is not good. I'm going to compose that. Because else he just kills my guy. And then last card in hand is Fossil Fusion. He goes for the Skull Convoy, which is going to be able to beat over the Great Magnus, but then I chain Great Magnus, and he realizes he has no way to win against what is essentially the 52nd best deck. So yeah, this is the deck. I don't know what to say. It's not good, but it wins against decks that are even worse somehow. So I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna keep playing it, keep adjusting it. I'm gonna try it out in the KC Cup. Probably not gonna make it to stage 2 with it, but at least I'm gonna have fun. And at the end of the day, it's the most important thing you can be doing in this game. So yeah, thank you for watching. And if you like the video, like it. And if you subscribe the video, subscribe it. Bye.